All right, let's talk about something we all know way too well, that feeling of frustration. You know, when you just feel stuck. But what if that feeling wasn't a dead end? What if you could actually turn it into a skill? Today, we're going to explore how to master patience and finally get in the driver's seat of your own life.
So let me just ask you, do you ever feel like you're just along for the ride? Like other people, traffic, your job, all these outside things are the ones calling the shots on your mood and where you're headed? It's a super common feeling. But here's the thing, it doesn't have to be your reality.
And this quote right here, it just nails it. To be in control, you've got to make the conscious choice to drive. Otherwise, you're pretty much just handing the keys over to everyone and everything else. So how do we even get stuck in that passenger seat to begin with?
Okay, first things first, we have to really understand the problem. Let's call it the frustration trap. It's that whole cycle, right? You feel annoyed, stressed out, and kind of powerless against whatever the world throws at you.
It's just so easy, isn't it, to blame the traffic for being late, to blame our boss for a bad day, or that person who cut in line for making us angry. We point outward and say, "You made me feel this way." But what if we've got it all wrong? What if the real source of that frustration is coming from a lot closer to home?
And this is the absolute key. Well, yeah, stuff happens that's annoying. The actual feeling of frustration, that's generated inside your own mind. It's basically a chemical reaction, and it's one you can learn to get a handle on. Which means blaming other people, it's not just pointless, it's just not accurate.
So if it's not them, what is it? Well, the real culprit behind our frustration is usually a pretty narrow scope of awareness. We're just not seeing the whole picture. Think about it. When do we get impatient or intolerant? It's almost always when we're confused. We're seeing some superficial thing, judging someone's behavior in that one single moment, and we're not even thinking about all the other things that might be going on behind the scenes. We're basically operating with incomplete data.
Oh, this is such a great way to put it. Can you remember that feeling? Just completely overwhelmed, confused, super emotional. You can't even focus on finding the right answers because you're just so stressed about not knowing. That is exactly what happens when we react to life without enough information. Our emotions just take over.
So this chart here really lays out the two roads we can take. On the left, you've got that limited scope. That leads to emotional reactions, you miss key info, and you end up blaming everyone else. It's a totally reactive way to live. But then on the right, when you expand your scope, you start making judgments based on facts, and you take responsibility. This is a proactive state, where you can actually find win-win situations instead of just getting stuck in conflict. So how do we train our minds to stay on the right side of this chart?
All right, so we've diagnosed the problem. Now for the solution. And it's not about changing the world around you, it's about building a stronger internal world. It's about designing an operating system for your own mind that can process all that stuff from the outside without letting it control you.
And the number one tool for building this internal world is patience. But let's throw out the old definition of just, passively waiting around. Real patience is an active state. It's a position of power where your judgment is clear and based on facts because you've taken the time to gather enough information to get rid of the confusion. To make this a little more real, let's think of your mind like a web browser. Your core beliefs, your worldview, that's your home browser. It's your default setting. Then you've got the opinions and actions of others. Think of those as external plugins. A really strong internal world has a great antivirus protocol. It's that ability to scan all the incoming data, flag what's bad or unhelpful, and analyze it without letting it crash your whole system.
And this is what's so empowering. When your internal browser is strong and secure, you are the one in control. You get to decide which plugins you accept and how you're going to react to the stuff your antivirus flags. The outside world can send you all the pop-ups it wants, but you control the final outcome in your own head.
So how do we actually build this awesome internal antivirus software? Well, it really comes down to mastering two skills. First, becoming a sponge for information, and second, becoming a really effective filter. See, before you can filter anything, you need data, and that means becoming a sponge. Try to approach every single interaction, every situation, as if you're on a fact-finding mission. Soak up the details, notice the little things, and just gather as much information as you possibly can. Every moment becomes a chance to expand your awareness.
And a huge part of being a sponge is the art of listening. Think of it like putting together a jigsaw puzzle. Step 1, just listen. Collect the pieces without judging them or trying to make them fit. Then you start to gather the edge pieces, the who, what, when, and why, to build a frame.
It's only after you can see the whole picture that you can respond with real insight and understanding.
This is such a perfect example of what we're talking about. Think about those superficial dating apps. They start with a photo, right? Just one shallow piece of data that leads to snap judgments. Now compare that to platforms that start with deep data, like a full-on personality test. They actually protect you from making those superficial choices by giving you a much bigger, more informed picture from the very beginning. We need to start applying that same deep data approach to how we interact with the world every day.
Okay, let's bring all of this home. By working to expand our awareness and build up our internal world, we are finally ready to get out of the passenger seat, get behind the wheel, and actually start driving. This right here is the biggest takeaway. And it's not an exaggeration, I promise. You truly have the power to control the chemistry in your own body. You can learn to recognize those patterns of emotion as they pop up, and then choose to interrupt them with thought and practice. Your experience of life is your responsibility, and because of that, it's under your control.
And man, this idea is so freeing. When you stop looking outside for validation, you discover this constant, reliable source of it right inside yourself. Getting approval from others is nice, sure, but internal validation, that's real power.
So, here you go. Here are your keys to the car. Remember that every tough moment is really just a chance to practice expanding your scope. Listen to understand people, not just to fire back a reaction. When you take full responsibility for your internal world, you hold all the power.
Look, this isn't just some interesting idea. It's a fundamental shift in how you can move through the world. By mastering patience and tolerance, you've literally just been handed the keys. So the only real question left is, where do you want to go? The road is all yours.